welcome back to my channel, or if you are brand new, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell so you will be notified every single time that I upload. My uploading schedule for 2020 is every Tuesday and Friday, and sometimes there will be bonus videos which will be uploaded on a Sunday. So if something exciting happens in my life, if there's something I want to share with you guys, if it's something that's not really paranormal, if there's like an announcement, if there's just something crazy, exciting, whatever, I want to upload something extra, it will go up on a Sunday, or it could go up on another day. I mean, like, anything's possible. So first of all, I almost said happy Thanksgiving. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Oh my God, please focus on me. How is everybody doing? I know a lot of people are really depressed about Valentine's this year. I feel like, you know, every year there's people who are like, ew, I hate Valentine's Day, it's this and that, but I feel like this year especially, people are just so upset about it. But you know what, it's okay. I'm in the single group as well. You know, love yourself, eat chocolate, have fun, be with your friends, your family. You don't have to be with somebody on this day. Like, celebrate you know what I mean? Like, I'm in all pink, I've been eating chocolate all day, been manifesting. Yep. Just manifesting the crap out of things. So, and I see them signs, so I'm excited. For this video, I was like, okay, I wanted to do some like psycho killer story, but I was like, been there, done that, even though I'll probably do it again. You guys know I like to be like nostalgic and do things over and over and over and over and over again. Example, Bloody Mary. But yeah, I was like, okay, I want to incorporate love or something with lovers, and then I'm like, oh my God, you know, trying to go through my channel, seeing what I've done, what I haven't done. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. So I came across this story about a bridge known as Emily's Bridge. And at first I was like, okay, I know that I've heard of this. It was either on Scary But True, Scariest Places on Earth, did Ghost Adventures go there? Like, it just sounded so familiar to me. And I was reading the story and I'm just like, I don't think I've made a video about this. I think I've just read about it. Maybe it's on my list of videos to make. Anyways, yeah, I like, you know, have all my notes and stuff for this. I was doing my research on it and I was still in the back of my head like, oh my God, like, I know this bridge. I think I've talked about it with my friends or, you know, something. Anyways, as I was about to film, I looked up, I just typed in Emily's Bridge on YouTube and my video came up. So I filmed this video 2 years ago, but I love the story so much and it's so creepy, but it's also, it has to do with like lovers. You know what I mean? For Valentine's Day, I wanted to make it all about love and stuff. So this bridge, guys, I want to go here so badly. So it's haunted by a ghost, clearly, by the name of Emily. Now, there's no proof that there actually is a ghost, a girl who died at the bridge by the name of Emily. There is absolutely no written historical evidence of there ever being an Emily that passed away tragically at this bridge. In 1968, there was a high school student that was doing a Ouija board session there, and they came across, like, the Ouija board was spelling out the name Emily. So that's how Emily's Bridge came to be, and how people are like, oh my God, it's the ghost of a girl named Emily, because people see sightings of a girl, people hear screaming at this bridge, which is like, that, okay, like, I'm kind of weird that way. That's kind of what draws me in, like the screaming tunnel, y'all know, in Niagara Falls. That was, I think, one of my first investigations by myself, or maybe it was my first one. That was like back in 2014, going alone, doing things by myself, before Birdie 44's fear was even a thing. So that was the screaming tunnel, and it was because like a girl screams if you light a match because she was burned alive. That was the story. So when I heard about Emily's Bridge and she screams, I mean, it's terrifying, but that's the kind of stuff that sucks me in, that like, I need to go and hear her scream for myself. That is one of the scariest things though, I think, if you are actually at a location and you hear somebody screaming and you know it's not a living person, that is scary. Now, are they screaming to get your attention, or are they screaming because they're just living the event that happened, you know, leading up to their death? Can you imagine being at this bridge at nighttime? You're by yourself, or maybe you're with a friend or somebody, and you hear her screaming. Like, what would you do? Would you freeze? Would you be paralyzed? Would you run? What would you do? Like, I have chills right now. Let me know down below. There's also many stories of how Emily's Bridge got the name Emily's bridge. So one story is Emily was meeting with her lover. She was going to elope with him and she was meeting him at the bridge. He never showed up, so she then hung herself and took her life in the rafters. And then there's another story which is kind of similar to the first one. She met a man who completely stole her heart. Somebody that she's head over heels in love with, that she wants to be with, like she knows is her soulmate, someone who makes her so happy and just like, oh, she just loves him so much. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, why am I getting all like into this and emotional? It's Valentine's Day, I don't know. But what does that have to do with anything? She was head over heels in love with this guy and she was getting ready to marry him, and then he never showed up, and she was all in her bridal gown, you know, at the church, but he never showed. That is like every girl's nightmare. Also every groom's nightmare. Like imagine your bride not showing up, and then also for the brides, like imagine your groom not showing up. Like how terrifying. So the story goes, she was completely heartbroken. I mean, obviously, clearly. She got into her carriage with her horses. She just took off. She was going towards the bridge and she was going super fast. Like she was like whipping the horses, making them go at an incredible pace. And I guess she just wasn't really like, I don't know how to ride in a carriage. Like I don't know how. So apparently, you know, she's at the bridge and the horses just kind of, you know, went over the bridge, and then she went over the bridge, and then they all died in the accident. So that is the second story. So it's kind of, you know. So earlier when I mentioned back in 1968, there was a high school student that went to the bridge, brought a Ouija board, and they were the first person to encounter the entity known as Emily, the entity that came through who spelt out Emily on the Ouija board. There's also been many other people that have brought a Ouija board to this bridge, and they've also picked up on the entity known as Emily. She's come through using the Ouija board, spelt out her name. She's also told people through the Ouija board that she was killed on this bridge by her fiance's mother. So that is another story. Like I said, there's various stories about who Emily was, how she died, but each story involves her lover. And Emily has told numerous people through the Ouija board about being killed by her fiance's mother. So whose story do you believe? But I'm assuming if the actual entity, Emily, is telling people through the Ouija board what happened, then I'm assuming that's gotta be the truth. The experiences that people have experienced on this bridge are pretty disturbing. Emily does not seem like a sweet, nice ghost. She scratches people. She scratches people's vehicles. I mean, if a ghost is scratching you, it's not really good news. So she's not very welcoming. If you park your car on the bridge, there will be scratches on your car, and people have gotten scratches on their own bodies, and it's gotta be Emily. I mean, like, who else? Unless there's another entity there. I mean, you know, there's been many reports of people hearing a girl screaming, which I think is like the most terrifying. Like what I said earlier, people hear ropes tightening, which is very eerie. I just got chills all over. That really just gave me chills. When you're standing on the bridge or you're sitting in your car on the bridge, people have heard footsteps walking all around the car. And of course, people have seen an apparition of a girl in a white dress. So many people think, you know, that's gotta be Emily. Now, they say the best time, if you want that paranormal activity, if you want that evidence, the best time to go to this bridge is between 12:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. Which, I mean, you guys know, if you're a paranormal investigator, a paranormal enthusiast, you love haunted things, you love anything that has to do with ghosts and hauntings and places, you know that is like the best time to go. So that's kind of, you know, it's pretty obvious. People have also heard scratching and banging on their car. So they'll be sitting in their car in the bridge and they hear as if somebody is like banging from the outside, and they look and nobody's there. Or they hear somebody being dragged across, or something being dragged across the roof of the car. So imagine you're sitting in your freaking car and you know that nobody's there. Like, you were there at like 3 in the morning and you hear somebody being dragged across your roof of your car. That just reminded me of Jeepers Creepers. Remember the police officer like got their head? But obviously, like, that didn't happen. That hasn't happened, and hopefully that never happens. I don't think so. I don't think she's that violent, that crazy. But I mean, y'all know, everything reminds me of Jeepers Creepers. I'm just like crazy that way. But I think that is so scary. So Emily doesn't seem very nice, and that is messed up. But I want to meet her. I want to go to this bridge and I want to see for myself. Yes. So that is the story of Emily's Bridge. Would you guys dare to go? Would you spend the night there by yourself? Okay, you can bring a friend if you want. Could you and your friend, or if you want to go by yourself, could you do that? Would you be able to sit in your car or not sit in the car? Stand on that bridge or sit on that bridge like with no car, nothing around you. Like, would you be able to do that? Oh, I would love to do that. And then what if you heard her scream? What if you got a scratch on you? Like, what would you do? Let me know down below. I'd just be living. I'd be like, yes, more please, you know, but I'm just crazy that way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you're having an amazing Valentine's Day. I hope that you're smiling, being happy. If you don't have somebody, don't worry, guys. Eat your chocolate, have fun, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world. And the song lyrics, Michael Jackson, hashtag team, Pretty44, hashtag both with the friends, hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!